Want to keep up to date with all things tech? Of course you do! Make sure you hit subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss anything. Good evening to you. It is Saturday, and a huge thank you and welcome to MMBTechTv, where we like to help you find affordable products faster. And of course, this is episode number 3 in our live streams. I hope you are all well and coping. As we all know, depending on where you are in the country, it is lockdown. You know, self-isolation. We're indoors. We're trying to find other things to do. So whatever it is, I hope you're well, and I hope you're keeping well within yourself. I want to say, first of all, thank you to everybody that's been commenting, messaging this week, good well wishes. As you know, last Saturdays didn't happen because I wasn't feeling very well, but this week I'm a lot better now, and it actually turns out I've never had hay fever, ever, in my whole entire life, but it turns out I think I may have hay fever. Has that ever happened to you? So I've had to start taking antihistamines for all that kind of stuff now. So you may hear I've got a bit of a bunged up nose, but that's probably due to the hay fever. But anyway, less about that and more about you. So if this is the first time that you're joining us, welcome to you. This is a show that's dedicated to you, where you take control of the content and you take control of what exactly is going to happen within the show. So if you follow us on our social media channels, you have a great impact into what's going to happen in the show by using all the polls, giving your suggestions in, and there are loads of ways that you can get involved. Now, of course, if you want to get involved in today's show, you can do via the chat box down there. You can send us a message on any of our social media platforms, and going to be coming to the website very, very soon. You can submit your questions before the show, just through the website, but I'll show you a way which you can do that a little bit later on in today's show. let's jump in and have a look and see who is in the chat first of all. I can see that there is a few of you already in the chat box there, so good evening to you all. So I can see we've got Jack Keeble. Jack, good evening to you. You joined us quite earlier on, so thank you very much. Thanks for joining us. Sina Nelson, hello to you. Thanks for joining in. Jack's there. Gary Middlebrook, welcome back. You joined us on the last live stream as well, so welcome back to you. Hope you you and your family are all well, and thank you very much for joining us. So you may see on the screen or on our little we call them a ticker, a little thing that goes across the bottom of the screen. As we know, here in the UK and around the world, we have frontline staff that are working endlessly to fight this big problem that we have around the world at the moment, and there are lots of charities and lots of causes. So what we are going to do on this week's show is that if you have any super chats, or if you do super chat us in the show, any super chats from today's show will be donated towards kind of NHS frontline staff to help them with hot meals, or if we can find some other charities that can dish it out evenly. So if you do want to do that, you can do freely. You know, we do open ask you to. If you really want to get involved, you can do that using the super chats on there. So please let us know if that's something that you're going to do. It'd be great if you can, of course, because it's all going towards a great cause. So another mention that we said about how getting involved in the show, we are looking at another way now of a way that you can send in your audio questions instead of physically writing them. If you're happy to do some audio side of it and you want to ask us a question live on the air, then you can do that. So in the show notes at the end of the show, we're going to put that in there, and you can either send us a WhatsApp voice message, you can do it on our Facebook, you can do it on Instagram, but you can send in your recorded messages and send them in to us. And they can be for anything, and we will try and get through them live on the air. So that will be quite interesting. That'll be quite an interesting one. As mentioned earlier, the super chats this week are indeed going to be donated to our frontline staff to ensure that they get hot meals, or we'll find some way. We'll find something or some way of doing it. So already mentioned that, but this week I mentioned earlier on that that all of what we do on the show is all dedicated and all decided by you, by our audience. So this week we put a poll out saying what did you want in this particular episode. So we gave you three choices. It was either kind of going through my phone, what apps do I use day to day in just my job that I do, and then doing this kind of stuff. So there was that as an option. Then there was the top 5 editing apps on the go, if that was an option there, or top 5 VPN apps, because I know a lot of us are at home now and stuff. So the results are. So you can, as you see, 12% had the top 5 VPN apps. You had 15%, I think it is there, with the top 5 apps for editing on the go. But 73%. We have a nosy audience, by the looks of it, wanting to take a look, deep dive into my phone and see exactly what it is. So that was the winning one. So that is indeed what we are going to do today. As mentioned earlier, if you have got any questions with regards to any of the apps that we're using, anything like that, if you really want to know any of those apps, you can quite freely just ask, put them in the boxes below, and of course when we re-watch the show, when we always re-watch the show a little bit later, I'll put them in all the show notes at the end, so make sure you come back and check on them just a little bit later on there. So let's take a closer look into my phone. So here it is. So my day-to-day is the Samsung S10 Plus. Chose this phone really because it was when they showcased it for the first time. It was the newest model. I stepped away from Apple a little bit, as he says with a Mac here. But I stepped away from Apple and wanted Android because I feel like there's more freedom, there's more flexibility in what you can do. Hence why the camera I'm actually using is slightly different. I normally use this phone for doing all these live streams, whereas now at the moment I'm using a backup phone at the moment, which is doing it. So that's why you can see it's doing something crazy with the lighting. So this is my kind of go-to phone, mainly because the cameras on it are phenomenal, the software you get, the updates on it, and I'm a massive advocate. If you haven't checked it out, or even if you haven't even heard of it, Samsung DeX is almost, it's like having a laptop built into your phone. All you do is all I can do is you plug a USB into the bottom. You plug a USB into the bottom, HDMI comes out, and then it turns it into this amazing laptop experience. It's great. Let's jump straight in then. So as you can see, this is my home screen. So I'll quickly flick through the home screen and then I'll go through the main one. So like with most of us on our home screens, we look at the apps that we kind of go day to day. So as you can see, I'm a big fan of Microsoft products, i.e. OneNote, Microsoft Teams, Excel, PowerPoint. You'll probably see them appear quite a bit on here. So OneNote, you can already see in the top corner there. Now, where we are, we're based in Manchester. So you can see we've got the Hits Radio app. Hits Radio, if you don't know who they are, check them out. They're Manchester's biggest radio station next to Capital. Good, really, really good. A really good radio station there. Google Podcasts. Big fan of actually, if you listen to podcasts, what's your kind of favourite go-to podcasts? I'm into a lot of tech related ones and a lot of other YouTube ones like Tim Schmoyer and stuff like that. I like listening to a lot of them on the drive on the way home. Buffer is another app, so perhaps if you may run a business or you may have multi social media accounts, it allows you to queue them up for the day. So what I tend to do is have all mine lined up for the day within certain time frames and what I'm doing, and it just sends them out automatically without you having to spend loads of time on your phone. All the typical ones you can see, there's Instagram. I have Facebook Pages Manager because not only do I have a business page for this, but I have my own entertainment company here in Manchester, so I manage a lot of that through there. Spotify, it's got to be Spotify for me, love that one. All the usual stuff. Waze is a great app for using for directions. I find that it gives you better speed camera alerts, more updated kind of traffic alerts, all that kind of stuff. Samsung Notes, and I'm now deviating away. You can see Samsung Notes at the bottom corner there. I'm now deviating away from that to OneNote, because OneNote I can use across my laptop, and I can use it on my work computer. It's all they all talk to each other, which is better. And then as we move on to the next screen, you'll be able to see LastPass. If you have never ever used LastPass before, I would highly recommend it, mainly because it remembers every single ad that you, every single password that you know to man. Now, if you're anything like me, I am a nightmare in remembering passwords, usernames, all that kind of stuff. It literally saves it all in one place, and you can then use it on desktop app. You can then use that through to tablets, where you can literally just download the app, sign in, and it just remembers all your passwords. It's all security protected as well, and it's, for me, game changer. It can also send you recommendations of passwords as well, so maybe want to go and have a look into. So jumping back in, Sky, we have Sky here in the UK, Sky Plus, which is our cable program, if you like. And then loads of boring ones like invoicing and receipts for my business side of it. Editing wise, I use predominantly a Mac to do a lot of the heavy editing that I need to do for work, but for smaller jobs and for smaller things, you have things like Snapseed, Image Flip, if you're just looking at rotating images round. You've got Photo Layer on there, Background Eraser, Filmora Go is another great little free app. Power Director is another good one if you're into video editing or just basic video editing. That's not too bad. Adobe Creative Cloud, I have that Creative Cloud package because I use Premiere and After Effects and all that kind of stuff, so it comes as part of that. Canva, if you've never used Canva, even to do things like posters or even Facebook posts, anything like that, Canva is great. Even the free option is really, really good. They do have a paid option there as well, so it may be worth you having a little look if you're into that kind of stuff. It is not too bad. You've got Adobe Rush on there, which is again another part of the Adobe package, and great for little small snapseeds of editing videos and all that kind of stuff. And Photoshop Express. Photoshop Express I don't rate that much, to be honest. I don't think you can do a lot within it, which is a shame. Maybe moving forward you might be able to do some more things with it. Well, you know, it's one of the things you just have to wait and see and find out. So as you can see, my phone is inundated already with a ton of apps, mainly because of the business I have and the job I do. YouTube, if you can clap, this is not a job, this is a hobby. So you can do that as well. And then I've got 2 small children, so some stuff you may see on here may be child related. It's not mine, they've done it. Let me have a sip of my drink. So, deep diving in, as you can see here, you get the generic Samsung bits that you get on it, like smart things, voice recorder, emails, my files, the usual kind of bits and bobs that are on there. Google, I'm only ever I don't predominantly use Google Sheets, I don't use any of the kind of the document side of it because I'm so heavy into Microsoft products, but I do have them on here. They became as part of the phone, so they might as well stay there. But the biggest ones I do use on here, the 2 big ones, and I've even paid for the subscription to move up a level, is Google Photos and Google Drive. They're, for me, in terms of backing up your phone, a massive lifesaver. I would recommend them, especially if you're... I'm quite accident prone, so I tend to drop and break stuff quite a lot. And it's just great having them there and be able to download them. It's a great little tool to have. So you've got all the usual kind of predominant Google elements there, which on a lot of Samsungs now, they've become a standard. As mentioned earlier, Microsoft apps. So OneDrive I use a lot now in terms of note taking, because they talk to all of the machines and all that kind of stuff, which is great. Excel and Word, and for some reason LinkedIn's in there. Don't know why LinkedIn's in there. Anyway, radio, YouTube wise, don't have many apps for YouTube, but apart from obviously the YouTube app, we have a YouTube Studio app for those of us that do things like this, and have all our content out there and stuff. TubeBuddy, if you are watching this on the replay or if you're live in here now and you're a content creator yourself, there are 2 programs that I would recommend that you take a look into and either use the free plan or upgrade. And it's either TubeBuddy or 2, vidIQ. Now predominantly I use vidIQ a lot, but that's mainly web-based, and that's where I use all that. But they're really good to help with tagging. It's kind of all the back end, looking at the analytics of videos, seeing what you can change, what you can do. Definitely worth having a look. Social Blade, I don't use it anymore, so I don't know why that's there. But that's a live subscribe account, which I'm going to touch on the subscriber thing at the end of this. So don't worry, I'm going to touch on that in a minute. Excuse me. Editing, as I said, all the usual kind of same ones here. I think there's Fonto. Some of these I don't actually use anymore. Text animation, there was an app there that was able to animate stuff, but now I'm able to use After Effects to edit stuff, so I don't really use stuff like that anymore. Background Eraser, Adobe Clip, Adobe Rush is on there. Adobe Spark as well. Spark's an app that I don't dabble in too much. If you've ever used it, what's your experience of it? What do you think of it? It'd be great to have your opinion on that one. TV is the next one. Now, you have to have TV stuff on your phone. It doesn't matter where you are, what you do, you have to have it. So here in the UK, I've got the ITV Hub, BBC iPlayer, Sky Go. So like I said, mentioned earlier, Sky is our cable company here in the UK, or one of them. And this is the app that allows you to watch content on the move, essentially. Channel 4's UK TV Play. Netflix, you have to have Netflix. It's one of the best. Have you watched Tiger King? I'm on episode 3. I tried to stay away from it, but it's hard now. I'm on episode 3. Let me know what you think of the Tiger King. And then Channel 5's apps there. Social media, let's move on to that side. Social media is massive in doesn't matter what you do or what you're doing, but social media is huge. So the usual there, as you would expect. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Messenger, Snapchat. Do people still go on Snapchat? I'm not. It might just be me, but I'm not a big Snapchat kind of person anymore. It'd be great to have your thoughts on it, if you still go on Snapchat and stuff. Is it still a big thing, or I thought TikTok has took over that now? Well, certainly has in our house anyway. Going back to here, you know, you've got the usual things of Reddit, Messenger, Facebook, WhatsApp, and Discord as well. Now, Discord we are jumping back into because we used to have a thing on Patreon where you become, once you become a member on there, then you can jump in and you can become as part of our Discord group. So we are going to be slowly coming back into that. So if you want to be involved in the Discord and be involved in the chat, let us know. Either pop them in the comments in the chat box, or if you're watching this on the replay, put them in the comments and I can send you all the directions and details on how you can get involved on the Discord there as well. Going back to the phone, you've got game launchers. There's nothing kind of really special about any other of the apps that I have, but it'd be interesting to see if any of the ones that I'm showing you today, you're the ones that, you know, you may have these on yours as well, or you may recommend another one instead of the one that I'm using. So it'd be great to have your opinion on that. So all the usual elements from calendars, Google Pay, my bank, who I'm with, TeamViewer, if you've ever used that for remote accessing of stuff. You've got VLC player, a couple of fitness apps there, because of course we look at different watches and all that kind of stuff, so I have a few of them. Shazam is also one of my best friends. You know, when you're out and about and you don't know a song, you can just literally press the button and it takes all that song in and gives you who it is. It's a great app, love that. So Spotify, as mentioned earlier, PayPal, everyone's got a PayPal. DJ is a app that allows you to DJ on your phone, because the business I have is DJing, so it's essentially a super duper backup. In case the software or the equipment I have at the time just completely fails, I've got nothing else to use, I can jump in and just use that. It's a real simple interface to use. That's not that hard to say. Uber, everyone's got Uber everywhere. You can see there. Costa, sorry, excuse me. Caffè Nero is on there. That's one of our coffee shops here, as well as Costa Coffee. Frankie and Benny's. Love a good Frankie and Benny's. Love a good one. MailChimp is the mail marketing campaign that I use. So you may have received an email today if you're part of our VIP club, advising you of tonight's live stream, or you may get our weekly offers being sent out to you if you're part of the VIP club. Well, MailChimp helps me manage that side of it, and all the people who subscribed in there and stuff. Now, you may see in the top corner is the KFC app. Yes, I had to have the KFC app. Who doesn't love a KFC? Come on. And who else is waiting for it to open? Let's be honest. Got screen recorder on there. Now, Auditory is Auditory is a great app. If you are a presenter and you use your phone and say if you're out on location doing stuff, you can record yourself, but what it does is it brings up a tiny little small auto cue in the corner of the screen. Actually, let me see if I can try and show you. So if you're a presenter, you literally say, I'm going to use that one, run, and can you see what it's done there? So what you do is the camera is there on the screen, so then you can then, let's flip it round, so then you can put it there, but the auto cue is there and you can't see it as an audience member, but then I can read the auto cue and it's right near the camera there. So, hiya. So it is a really good app, especially if you're a presenter. It's actually really good. Buffer, as I already mentioned earlier, all the usual kind of other notes. Evernote is on there. Evernote I did used to use, but now I use OneNote instead, but that's another great one. Evernote, you can write notes on here and it'll carry over if you've got the app on a tablet, and the same as desktop, and they all manage and integrate with each other. Another app to look into. Microsoft Office, I'm a big fan of Microsoft Office. which is I'm sure a lot of us are in our day-to-day working life. Usual ones there. LastPass, you can see, has made an appearance again. AliExpress, I do go on there because to do a lot of the hunting for for devices and watches and things like that for the show. I do like to have a look through there and see what there is, especially now because people are saying the IWO13 is actually not that bad, so I'm thinking of getting one of them and bringing it over, hence why I still have that on there. Now, there is an app on here, it's Ad Blocker. If you're irritated by YouTube ads, download it. It's almost like a web version of YouTube, but it blocks the ads, so you can literally just go straight into the content and watch what you want to watch. So sorry. Now, InShot is another great app, mainly for social media because it crops images. I'll show you. It mainly you can crop images and stuff. So say let's do that one, and you can see there that you can kind of adjust the background settings, or you can change the canvas size. It's just great for social media posts and stuff, which is not too bad. Jotform, that's linked onto my business website where I get all my inquiries through, so I don't need to go into that too much. Firefox, what do you make of Firefox? Not a lot of people use it, but I only ever have it on here because on the Creator Studio side of it, Firefox only allows me to do certain things on here that it won't let me do on Chrome, so I have to have both. Which one do you prefer? Let me know in the comments whichever one you prefer. You can see OneNote's made an appearance. We've got the LG app there. We've got an LG Smart TV in our house, so that can control that. MediaTek Smart Device, the app is there. That is that one. Now, if you've ever had a... I'm so sorry. If you've ever had a smartwatch or similar ones to these, this is where you can use this app to change the watch faces, change the apps on it. I have covered it in an episode before, so if you do use these, I highly recommend it. It's not a bad app for what it does, and it sends you the notifications and stuff, which is not bad. Google One, that's the big subscription service for Google Drive and all that kind of stuff. Roku is my Roku app. We have Roku boxes in the house for streaming TV and all that kind of good stuff. Now you'll see on the top you've got the New Tech NDNI app. Now I use this as if I have a third camera, and it kind of turns any Android phone into a camera remotely, so you can use it with the software that we use for the show, like OBS and all that kind of stuff. So it's not a bad app. If you're into live streaming and stuff, have a look. It's a free app, and OBS ties in with that quite well as well, so definitely go and have a look. Streamlabs is the app that I use in partnership with this stuff that I'm doing right now. So again, it's a great app. Photoshop Express, you've got Teams on there, Outlook, and of course brand new Disney Plus. The kids love that. If you haven't had a look at Disney Plus yet, it's literally got everything known to man of Disney, of course. Have a look, it's great. Now here in the UK, of course, and around the world, we know exactly what's happening at the moment, and our government have asked for volunteers to help with some of the pressure of our National Health Service, of the NHS. So whilst I'm here, I have been, because I've been laid off work, I've now volunteered my services. I volunteered my services to help out with that shortage. So one of these apps that you'll see in a second is it alerts me if someone perhaps needs that, they're shopping, or they need to go and get their shopping from somewhere, or if I need to collect a patient from hospital and take them home, and all that kind of stuff, which is this one. It's the Responder app. Now I'm not going to go into too much detail because it reveals where I live, but this literally, you can go in, tell them your availability, communications, all that kind of stuff. And it's something that I'm really, really proud of, that I've been able to give back and help out to our local community, as well as helping out with the NHS as well. So if you haven't done it yet, try and have a chat with them and sign up. I know there's been 750,000 volunteers signed up for the programme when the government released it. And I've been fortunate enough to I've been out a couple of times now and done a couple of bits, so it's if you can do it, go ahead and do it. Go and volunteer. You might as well. If you've been furloughed or you've been laid off work because of what's happening, go and give something back. You might as well. Even including in that, even if you don't want to leave the house, you can volunteer and to call people who might be possibly feeling vulnerable or or lonely, you can give them a call. That's part of that service there as well, so it's definitely worth having a look. So you can see Zoom is kicked off massively now. Of course, what's happening, everyone's having Zoom parties and Friday nights in with Zoom and all these different family members and all that kind of stuff, which is we've had it here with all of my eldest daughter's friends. They've had parties together on Zoom and stuff, which has been pretty cool. And then of course some of the other apps like AR Zoom, AR Zone, which has been an update of the recent one that I've had on here at the moment. Some new thing that's coming with Samsung. The AR emoji camera, and you'll see Visor is the app that I'm using in partnership, so you can see my screen through this at the moment. So I wanted to show you exactly what I was using because I didn't tell you earlier. So the phone is as follows. Oh, there it is. About phone. There we go. Status. No. Software information. There we go. So there we go. So it's someone asked me earlier, and I promised I would mention what it is. So it's a Samsung S10 Plus. On One UI 2.1, Android version 10. So literally this new update came through a couple of days ago, and overall it's improved it. It's the kind of flexibility of it and the speed. It's kind of changed it a little bit now, and it's even in terms of the things like, let me see if I can. It might not allow me to do it, but let me see if it will. So if I do more. Where's it gone? AR Zone. AR Doodle, there we go. Oh, hello, that's a bit close. One thing you can do on here as well is do little things like that. Woo! And you can draw little, and you can zoom, and you can zoom right in and stuff. But it's got like AR Doodle on there because of the cameras on the back. But overall, it's a great phone, and to be honest, I'm probably using the same amount of apps and programs and stuff that you guys have. So if you've seen any of the apps on here that perhaps you use on a day-to-day, do you use any of them, or would you recommend any other apps? Just let me know. Let me know in the comments box. Give me a heads up and let me know. So let's jump into our chat, because I've been chatting away for far too long. And let's see exactly who is in the chat today. Let's have a little look to you. Let's see who we've missed. So Gary, good evening to you. Thank you for staying with us. Good evening. So for some reason I can't send a super chat. Oh, all right, okay. Let me. Oh, it can do on mine. It's allowing me to do it on my end with regards to the super chat. You don't have to. If you can't, don't worry about it. If you've just jumped in or you're watching this on the replay, any super chats that are donated in the show during the course of it will be donated out towards our NHS frontline staff to provide hot meals and all that kind of stuff. Or we'll find some way that we can get it out to make a bit of a difference to the people that are working, these key workers that are out there. If anyone else is having any more issues, let me know, please, because we can look at this for the next one instead. I can see there Gary's just jumped in. I think it's on his side. He needs to look into it. Right, no, that's fine. Having a few little technical errors tonight as well, because I can also see on the screen that the chat's not showing up at your end there, even though I can see it. Don't worry about it. But Gary, keep trying if you can. If not, don't worry about it. So you've seen exactly what's on my phone, but what is on yours? What are kind of your best apps that you use daily or day to day? What are they? Let us know in the chat boxes or in the comments box if you're on the replay. Let us know. I'm always quite interested in stuff like that. It's always good to hear from you. Now, I am being I'm very, very excited because over the course of the last few days, we hit our 5,000 subscriber mark. Yes, we did it. Yes, and I wanted to say personally a massive thank you to you, because of course it's people like you that watch our content, that that bear with us when the technical hiccups are happening or things are just not right. It's you guys that talk to us daily, either on here or on Twitter, any of our social media channels, to be honest. This community we have here on MMBTechTv is a great one, so I'd like to say thank you to you. Thank you for being an active part in it and being involved, and because of that we have now reached over 5,000. I think we're on 5,050 subscribers now, and because of that we said that of course we are going to start the competition. So of course the competition, I did mention that I think it was in last week's show that we were going to do it, so I think it is about time that we do that. So for you to be involved into the competition, I think it did start a couple of days ago, but you have to head over to the MMBTechTv website. So it's literally mmbtechtv.co.uk. Once you get on there, you'll be greeted by my face just on there. On the home screen, you then have to make sure that you can scroll down to where you'll see where it says it's competition time on the main home page there. Once you get to there, click on the enter competition button, and then it will take you through to our competition page, where it's going to give you the details of where you can win a F20 smartwatch. So it's all free and it's all courtesy of our friends at foreverstore.co, so you can go and check them out. They do a bunch of other smartwatches and all that kind of good stuff, so go and check them out when you get a minute. But if you want to be in to win, go to our competition bit, click on the link, scroll down, and then you'll see so far there's been 54 entries. I'm doing it I think until the end of this month or the end of May. I do need to look at it, but this watch could be yours. So it's got heart rate monitoring, full retina display, blood oxygen measuring, health and activity tracking, sedentary consumption, sleep monitoring, multiple sports modes, call notification and reminders, up to 7 days battery life with regular use. Apparently we'll test that, because we will, when we get it here, we will review it, and then you get the app support with the Fundu Pro app, and it's IP68 water resistant. So, and there are a few ways in which you can get involved. You can either you can subscribe first, that gains you one entry, follow us on Twitter, that gets you another, follow us on Facebook, that gets you another, and I think it's sign up to our VIP, our mail merge, if you will. Once you get on there, that gives you 4 entries. That gives you 4 entries into the competition, and then you could be in your chance to win. So the details, the person will be picked at random. They will be contacted first, and if they don't get in contact with us or reach us back within 48 hours, then we select another person at random, and then we just go on from there until we get the confirmation back. Then it'll be sent directly back out to you. So all you need to do is head over to our website, mmbtechtv.co.uk, scroll down to that bottom bit where it says competition, click on there. It will take you to this page here where it says it's competition time. Then all you need to do is just scroll down to where it says that win a free F20 smartwatch and get your entries in there, because the competition is now open, because of course we hit 5,000 subscribers. Yes! So if you want to be in with a chance to win, get your entries in there. So good luck to you, whoever you are. So I do want to jump back into the chat box though, because of course we've got loads to talk about in the show. So because I was running a little bit late tonight, so I want to try and press through it as much as I can. So let's have a look. So Sadiq, good evening to you. Hope you well. So as a quick recap, you most certainly can. Just a quick one, really. As the recap, my phone is full of rubbish. It's full of kid stuff and all that kind of good stuff. But I will summarise over it just at the end of the show, which is not too far away. But I will summarise very, very quickly at the end of the show for you. And Sadiq, thank you very much. Congratulations on hitting 5k. Thank you. We are getting there. We're getting there. And the biggest thing I'm trying to head to now is getting to 10,000 subscribers, because I want the YouTube stories. You know what you can do on Instagram? You can do an Instagram story. Whereas my audience lives here on YouTube. I'm not. I think the transition from getting my audience from Instagram to here is harder. My audience is naturally here. Unless if you're watching this now or watching this on the replay and you've come from Instagram, let me know, because it's quite interesting. We don't get them statistics in terms of if you're coming from somewhere and coming over here. So let us know. But that's our big milestone now, and it's you guys that have done that for us, that have helped us out. So a huge thank you to you for everything that you guys are doing. So thank you very much. Thank you. But one thing I do want to jump into now, as you guys are aware, I love clone phones, watches, AirPods, anything that's on a budget price. I do love to try and find a bargain or the next best thing. Now on Instagram I was approached by someone who said they have a clone, I think it was a clone Apple Watch Series 5, and they showed me a video of it, and I wanted to show you the video on what you think. Do you think I should get it? What do you make of this? Right, let's have a look. So this is the video here, and this is them unboxing. This is a clone, okay? So, as you can see, in terms of what it looks identical. So in terms of the paperwork that's coming out of it there, even the charging puck looks identical. You've got the charging bricks, they look identical as well. But the actual, from the detail of it coming in the pocketed sleeve, they just look like full screen. I mean, these look like, for example, this is a clone, one on my wrist here, but these have that chin at the bottom. So when your screen lights up or you catch it just off light, you know it's not a full screen watch. Whereas this is apparently a full screen clone, which would be interesting. So the question I wanted to kind of ask you guys was, should we buy one? Should we buy one? I think it turns out, I think they was offering it as 6,500 rupees, which in pounds sterling is about £68. Let's call it £70. Let's call it £70. Should we buy one for the show? Because this is the problem. The only problem I have is, of course, that I don't know this person. They've approached me through Instagram, and their whole Instagram page is based on different phones and products and stuff, so they do look like they're a bit of a store, to be honest. But I'm really, as you can see in the video, I'm really intrigued, because the quality, the box, the packaging, the watch itself, yeah, I'm quite intrigued. I'd be intrigued to know what you guys think. What do you think we should get one? What do you think? It just looks, from looking at it, you wouldn't be able to tell. From looking at this, it seems to be pairing with the phone well enough, and this is the one that this is the video that they've sent to us as the clone. But it just looks phenomenal. So it'll be interesting to see if we do it. But of course, I'm only going to do it on what you guys say. If you guys say we should get it and bring it in the show, then that's what we need to do. But it does look pretty good for a clone. But then, yeah. So, but I'm looking at it kind of now at the same time as you guys. It's a full screen display. You know, you've got it absolutely just looks like a normal a normal Apple Watch, doesn't it? You know, from the pairing process there. So, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Should we get one? Should we get one for the show? Because of course, doing this show, let's be honest and let's be frank. You don't make money doing YouTube unless unless you've got this huge following, unless you've got merchandise coming out left, right, and centre. It's not a money maker. You do YouTube because you love doing what you do and you love being in this community and stuff. So the small amount of money that we do get from it, we invest that back into buying lighting, into buying the relevant software, all the back end stuff, and buying watches and stuff for the show. So if you guys think, now I'm looking at the chat behind my software here and I can see that you guys are saying go for it. So do you know what, actually, let's do it. I will order it through them. I mean, bear in mind, I think they've said it might not be until the end of May until they can order it, because they've got restrictions over in India, same as here, but we will order it. So you might, it's all on you guys. Let's just do it. We'll order it, and we can take it from there. And hopefully, it might surprise us. That might be the thing. It might surprise us. I want to show that to you on the show as well. But also, Gary, I know you're in the chat with us. Not last week, week before, because as we know, I wasn't here last week because I wasn't well. You was asking about gimbals on the show, or kind of affordable gimbals. Now, I thought I left it at work. Now, where I've been furloughed, I thought I left it in my drawer. I haven't. I found it. It is here. Now, the one that you asked for the one that I'm going to tell you is this one, and this is the Feotech Vlog Pocket. Now, it is a really good handheld gimbal, and it actually is really, really cheap as well. The best thing about it is it folds up into this little handheld package, just like this, and it literally fits in your back pocket. I mean, I don't particularly have big back pockets, but it does in there, and you can literally unscrew it from the side. Where is it? Oh, and it clicks into position, and then it just literally unlocks into these different positions, and it's really kind of, you can have it there, or if you've got bigger hands, you can use the tripod base at the bottom to screw it in, and you can use that just at the bottom as a bit of an extra handheld thing there. Let me see, I'll plug my phone in so you can see what it looks like, but I will have to take it out of the case though. Just take it out of the case. And I did cover this in a video as well, Gary, so I will put that in the show notes as well for you. So you literally press the button, fires up, and it is a perfect little handheld gimbal. It's brilliant. Look at that. They've even got I even got the video up for you as well. Where is it? There we go. I'll show you the actual video that I did, and again, Gary, I'll put it in the show notes for you, so you can have a look at the end of the show, so you can go and check it out. But it's literally perfect. Fits in your pocket. Runtime on it in terms of battery, you get so much out of it. I mean, I had this. I think I took the kids to Disneyland Paris. I think at some point last year, and being at Disney for a full day. It lasted. Being on and off, folding it up, putting it in my pocket, taking it out, folding it up. But it does come with a little kickstand tripod thing there, and it just literally folds up right into your pocket. Price wise, I'm just trying to find out how much it was, because I can't remember how much it was. Oh, it was less than 99. It was less than $99, and I reviewed this in September. So I wouldn't have took this to Disney. So I reviewed this in September of last year. So it's probably reduced somewhat in the cost now as well, so it might be worth picking it up. So I'll send you the link to the video, and you can go and have a look and go and check it out as well, because it is a really good gimbal. I used to have a bigger one, but again, they're just too heavy. You can't take them around anywhere. You need the bigger ones in a rucksack, whereas this is just perfect. And especially now, most smartphones have got better cameras than some of the DSLRs, where, especially now, like the S20, the P40 Pro now as well, that's got an amazing camera. And these are probably the better ones. So go and check it out. Go and check it out at the end of the show. I'll go and stick some notes in there. So go and have a little look. All right, go and have a little nosy if you get a chance. So in terms of the actual show itself, in terms of the actual show itself, moving forward, we might need a little bit of help on the show. So if you join us every week and watch our content and watch what we do, we are looking for moderators to help within the chat box. Would then submit the questions through to us during the show. So if you come and join us and watch our show every week anyway, and you'd like to volunteer your services, please either let us know in the chat box here during the live stream, or you can put it in the comments box when it gets replayed, or contact us on any of our social media channels, or even through the website as well. All them details will be in the description as well. Of course, it will be it is volunteering for now, but any help towards the show, towards any moderators in there that can help us out, would be great. So if you think that could be you, if you're free for half an hour, 45 minutes every Saturday evening, come and help us out. Come and help us out on the show, especially if you're in lockdown as well. You've got nothing else better to do. Why not come and join in the show and come and have a chat? You might as well. And of course, we are going to start shortly filming for our collaboration. We are collaborating with a few tech YouTubers out there, reviewing kind of, I'm not going to reveal too much what the content idea is, but we're going to be looking at tech so far in 2020. So if you're a tech YouTuber yourself now watching this, or on the replay you're watching this and you want to be involved, let us know. Hit us up, comments below, or through any of our normal channels. And of course you can be actively involved in the show as well, and you can be involved in the collab part of it there as well. So come and join in. So either if you want to help us out moderate, or if you want to help us with a YouTube tech collaboration, just let us know as well on there. So it's nearly time for us to wrap up, so before we do, let's jump in to our little chat box and have a little look. Let's have a little nosy. So Sadiq, you're still with us. Good evening to you. I hope you're well. So it really does really catchy show. Go for it. After proper diligence, we wouldn't want another Escobar situation. Yes, if you're not aware, Pablo Escobar, or Escobar Limited, I think they're called, have been claiming they've got an Escobar Fold and an Escobar something, and it's literally the Samsung, I think the Samsung Fold with a gold layer on it and their emblem on it, but it's also been a bit of a scam where they've only been sending out real units to proper, like Marquez Brownlee, big YouTubers, but then nobody else has been getting it. So hopefully that it's going to be definitely nothing like that. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Gary, you're still with us. Good evening to you. So it looks we'll take a look at that. Also, sorry to go off topic, but have you come across any vlog setups like stabilizers? Oh, right, okay. When you say, Gary, when you say things like stabilizers, are you on about go into a bit more detail for me? What you mean by that? So instead of kind of gimbals like that, what do you mean by stabilizers? Just let me know a little bit. So Sadiq, you're still with us as well. Sadiq, hello to you again. Hello. Sure, why not? Put me down for a volunteer moderator. Marvellous, that's great. It's always to hear. So Sadiq, if you can do me a favour, in the chat box I'm going to put email info@mmbtech.tv.co.uk. So you can see I've put it in there. So if you can, Sadiq, drop us an email. Thank you very much for volunteering your services. It's always great for people to jump in and help us out. Always appreciate the help, especially because we are, even though we're on 5,000 subscribers, we are still kind of a small channel really, but it's only going to be onwards and upwards from there. But don't forget, you control exactly what happens in our shows. So what would you like to see in next week's live stream? Of course, because our live streams are only small, they're only kind of half an hour to 45 minutes stretch. They're not very, very long. But it's all the content is decided by you as the viewer. So what would you like to see on next week's live stream? Of course, there are a variety of ways you can get in contact with us. Of course, using we're here on Facebook, on Instagram. I forgot where it was then. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course on here as well. Or you can still visit us on our website as well, MMBTechTv.co.uk. So just jumping back into your comment, Gary, I've just seen it there. So in terms of lighting right, okay, yes. there is, I know you're using, if I remember rightly, you're using, is it a Huawei P30 Pro, I think you've got. There is a rig that you can hold, which can dock bits and bobs on. So what I can do is, I can find out one specifically for your phone. That is it, ones that you want to have a, is it one of these stabilizers where you can put a light, a microphone on there? It's kind of a rig that's all in one. If it is, let me know, because I can hunt some out for you. Because I know there's a couple of, there's either really good ones like your Jovi, your big high-end ones, or you can get the kind of the cheaper equivalents just to get you through for now, just to see what they are. If that's the case, I will hunt some stuff out, and I can always let you know on next week's show, or I can either speak to you directly, because as I can see in the chat already, you're happy to be a moderator as well, and give us a hand, because I know, Gary, you're here every week. So both Sadiq and Gary, drop us an email straight after the show if you can, and we can get that conversation going. And I can have a little chat with you just on there. So of course, if you did super chat during the course of the show, the funds that are being raised are going towards our frontline staff here in the UK. If there is any worldwide charities, I don't think we've raised anything this evening, but I know for example people have tried. I think there's been a technical issue somewhere in the back end, so I will need to look into doing that. So I definitely will do that. I want to say, first of all, thank you very much again for you guys for joining us every single week. I love being here, and I love chatting to you guys, and it's absolutely fab that you come along every week and you talk to us and you join in and all that kind of good stuff. So a massive thank you to you. Of course, if you sorry, I keep catching the chat in the corner of my eye as I'm talking to the camera. So yeah, so if you were to do a fixed video, obviously with the gimbal, would use as a mobile unit. Yeah, so I know what you mean. So you can get, sorry, going on to Gary's comment, which is, but it's a fixed video, obviously, but on a gimbal that would be used as a mobile unit. So the ones that I know that you're thinking of, it comes in a frame like this, and you can either hold it like this, and you can kind of course it round, or you can plonk it on a tripod or a smaller tripod. But on top of that, you can click little Jovi extended lights and a little condenser mic on the top. You can pop little elements around it, but I'll find that for you in during the course of the week. I'll find you a really good rig for your phone. I'll give you a bit of best of both, and it gives you something to look into price wise there as well, because I know there is you can buy the top end ones from like Jovi and stuff, and I'll try and find you kind of the more realistic good ones, kind of to get you off on a good footing, really. Sam Miller, good evening to you. You're late joining us this evening, Sam, because we are just about to wrap up. But again, thank you very much to you guys for joining in. Don't forget, Gary and Sadiq, drop us an email, let us know that it's great that you're going to be helping us out as well, and of course make sure you follow us on all the usual channels for your chance to keep up to date as well. And if you haven't already and you're watching this on the replay, just make sure that you head over to the website MMBTechTv.co.uk, get involved in that competition as well for your chance for you to win this F20 smartwatch, all for free and all courtesy of our friends at foreverstore.co. So get yourself involved in there as well. You might as well, it's all free, you might as well. But thank you very much everyone for joining us. Whatever you do, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Here in the UK it is a bank holiday, so enjoy your sun, but most importantly, stay in and stay safe. That is the main thing. Thanks again for joining us. I've been Ryan, you've been watching MMBTechTv, and of course we will see you next week. It's bye bye for now.